I will never ever again make a film by myself because I did a 2-semester class at Columbia. First semester I did everything by myself. I thought I could do it. Editing, I wrote it, I directed it, I did the cinematography, and it was just the biggest flop I could ever make. But learning from that mistake helped me to make My Big Red Purse. I think when I was talking about earlier about that first short film I made that just completely sucked, I was too focused on, I had my 5D, I was too focused on the technical stuff, and I completely forgot about the story. When people walk out of a movie, they're not like, oh, like what aperture did you shoot at? Or like, was it really, besides the nerdy filmmakers like us, like, was it shot on the red, was it shot on a 5D? It's like, was it a good story? That's where it starts with. It's not a cliche. A story has to be there, A story always has to be good. But like the great thing about today in 2011 is that, once we get the story, once we get a good script done, then we have all the technical stuff at our disposal. We've got a 5D, we've got Final Cut Pro, we've got Pro Tools to mix the sound. Let the story come first and the technical stuff will come afterwards. This cold sucks. My Big Red Purse is a short film, 4-minute short film about my mom and a big red purse she used to carry in the 1960s. And it originally started just for fun as an interview on Vimeo. It was the Vimeo weekend competition, Vimeo weekend contest. And the prompt was interview somebody talking about childhood memories. I'm like, well, I'm home, I was home for the weekend, I got my mom here, just interview my mom. And she told me this story about her big red purse she used to carry. And eventually we turned it, I said, this would make the perfect movie. Definitely, film festivals are very valid. I mean, if they weren't, people would just put their stuff up on YouTube. And South by, I think, had like 3,000 short film submissions, and ours was one of 17. Like, the percentage is like, it's like less than 0.5% chance of getting into, a caliber film festival like South by. It's amazing because, we got into South by, and we got, we've gotten a rejection letter from this bumfuck festival in Indiana. And film is just very subjective, right? And even if your film is good, they don't have room for it, or they can't program it for whatever reason. But the experience at South by, I mean, it's just like I've been talking to my friend about it. It was like going to Disneyland, and everybody's there having a good time. Film lovers, it's not like that kind of buying and selling movies. Not like that kind of corporate. I guess it's kind of like that atmosphere. It's people are there for the love of movies. But one of the things we underestimated about getting into this festival is the press. Like, how are we going to get people to come see this film? Because we only have like 50 followers on Twitter, and we have maybe the same amount on our Facebook page. And one thing I recommend for filmmakers to take advantage of if you get into any festival is to take advantage of the press list they send around, especially South by. I mean, huge amount of critics and press coming to South by and bloggers. And we got a lot of press just by sending out cold emails. Like, we got a few articles about us. A couple guys who had wanted to put us in their like pre-South by blog. They're kind of their preview of the festival. And I would recommend, this is like, if you get into a festival, this is not the time to be bashful. This is not the time to be shy. You want to whore yourself out there, basically, You want people to see your film. And we put up a private link of My Big Red Purse on Vimeo that we were sending around to different people, and got a lot of good feedback just from that.